Okay, so hello and welcome to our press conference. So we take on Punjab FC in our next tournament tomorrow. So we have with us our head coach BRUZON and PRABHSUKHAN to take your questions. So please put your phones on silent mode and settle down first. We'll just wait for 1 more minute. If you settle down, we are good to go. Okay, so I request to everyone to put your phones on silent mode and introduce yourselves. So who shall I begin with? Shobhan.
Good afternoon, coach. Sampurna from Australia. Coach, you are not being able to play a set team because of injury and card problems over and over again. So how difficult is it to start a match against Punjab that too many lost the last match? So what will be your approach?
Is in the air, no? That we are having a challenging moment, but we need to face it with honesty and positivity. It's challenging what is happening in the team, and this is not only about sending an emotional statement or about making just words. This is about showing the depth of our squad and the needs of this squad to try to be one of the best teams of the SL. We are going to play with one of the teams more in form, so they are going to prove the depth of our squad. But the message that I'm giving is positive. The boys are working really, really well. They are giving everything on the pitch. They are getting very quick the ideas. We have two options, or stress and thinking different we are and what we can do.
Okay, a few questions for Gil before we return to coach. So, questions for Gil? Chandra, question. Okay, Rahul has a question.
Gil, being a goalkeeper of the team, you know how you see the condition of the field. Now the team is gradually developing their performance. What is your idea about the team? Now, where is the lackings? What is the need to develop? You can actually explain what to do and what not to do.
Actually, I think coach is the best person to tell about this. But
why? Coach is the technical part. You just follow. It is clear. It is everywhere in the world. The goalkeeper best judge from the behind the defense line. I know what is the lackings according to you. And do you inform your coach or technical person to you here is the lackings? Do you inform?
no, as you can see, we are improving a lot from the game we played against Mohammedan, and we are starting from the AFC Cup. Whatever the lacking was there, we are improving it really fast and quicker, and you can see we are getting results also. Even in the last game, we are so unfortunate to get the red card, but if we were 11, we should have maybe turned on the result also, and we are improving really a lot, and lacking. I can't say we are lacking something. It's just the matter of the results we will get, and we'll try to get the result in the next game also.
Rahul, I believe you have a question.
How tough it will be to play, without some of the key players of East Bengal, and how much, you were determined to contribute in this game.
It's very unfortunate to lose our some of good players, but I think we are much more motivated than we were before, because now we as a team we are very strong, and you can say that okay, this is not a very good thing to happen with any team, but if this thing has happened, you can take it positive or negative, and we are taking it really positive, and we are more stronger as a group, and we will try our best to get the result.
Next question.
Hi, Gil. From last match, after many matches after clean sheets, after certain momentary lapse, your team got considered 2 goals. How do you see to develop this gap for tomorrow's match?
See, as I said, whenever you are 10 or whenever you are one man less, it's always hard. We fought really well against Mohammedan, and after that we were compact as a team. We got 3 clean sheets in a row. Last game also target was that also not to concede back, but unfortunately we conceded. But that doesn't mean that we are doubting ourselves or something. We are go with the same approach, not to concede at the back and score as many goals as in the front.
Okay. So you have a question for Gil? Okay, one more question for Gil before we move on to coach.
Gil, we often see, there's a great chemistry between you and Anwar Ali. It seems like, you were friends from childhood days. So, if it's true, then how much that help, to play? Because he just played in front of him, so how much that help?
No, first of all, we know each other from, I think, from 10 years now, and we have a very strong bond with each other, and we have some communication which we both can relate only. But when you come to as a team, there is no friends or something. All 11 are your helpers only, and all those 11 players help each other and try to do best for the team.
We have questions for coach. Coach Shubhajit has a question.
Coach,
One second, Shubhajit, he asked before, yes.
The first question is that how do you rate your opponent, and the second part is things have changed very drastically. It's how difficult to follow your philosophy or tactics in this situation.
About our opponent, I don't want to give a lot of details because this is giving clues, but the reality is that they have 1.8 points per game. They have played 10 games and they have 18 points, so probably they are in the limit of that top 6 that everybody is targeting. They are looking very consistent, vertical, with a very clear idea of what they want to do. They have a strength both inside and the size. They are effective in their transitions. They very rarely lose the balance at the back. So tomorrow, as I said before, we have a real test of where we are in the current situation and where we want to go. And we take it positive, as I said before. And the second question was...
the things that change very drastically. So in this situation, how do you go through your strategy?
As I said before, in this situation, as a coach, I have 2 options. Or not sleeping at night, overthinking, and starting to have attacks of coach and changing positions and trying to find the moment, or give continuity to the idea that we were doing for the past 2 months. And I think that the players are appreciating that we give continuity, see the words of our goalkeeper, saying that we are facing all these challenges as a unit, together, confident, and playing here at home with the support of the fan base. East Bengal is a club full of a history of courage, spirit, and determination. And this is exactly what we are going to try to do tomorrow, apart from the tactical side. In the tactical side, I think that Punjab is not better than our team right now, but these are only words, and we need to demonstrate that tomorrow on the pitch.
Hi Coach, this is Muta from Osmo TV. Coach, actually I want to know what is the exact situation of your players' availability. I mean, lots of players are in injury, card problem is there. So, especially the foreigners, who you will get tomorrow and who you can't get tomorrow.
I would like to share all the details, but as you can imagine, this is internal information. We are actually going for the medical tests of some of the players. We don't have the final evaluation, but as I'm announcing, we have to acknowledge that we have a problem with injuries, and it's affecting some of the key players of our team. The final evaluation will be done by the club probably in the next few days.
No, from tomorrow, for tomorrow's match.
That's what I'm telling you. the final evaluation will, I have this information, that the final evaluation of the situation and problems and recovery time of all the players injured, it will come in an official statement from the club in the next days. I'm not entitled to say what are the first medical tests that we are doing to the players. Still, they are undergoing for some tests to understand the scope, the length, and the measure of the injuries that they have.
Coach, in a couple of matches, we have seen that you have lost point not exactly because you played badly, but somewhere because of outside things like refereeing or whatever. Like in the last match, also we have seen. So how difficult is it to motivate the players? Like, sometimes the players might think that okay, we play well, we do everything right, but the referee goes against us, so we get lose points. So at this point of time, how difficult is it for you as a coach to keep the players charged and not so that they don't get demotivated?
It's not that I want to escape questions about referees, but as you say, it's external factors. The reality is that in half of the games this year we have finished with less players than the opponent, and in the 80 or 90% of the games we have done less fouls than the opponent. And we are not an aggressive team, we are not coming with excessive force. We are receiving more critical decisions in our favor, so let's send a word of hope and thinking that always in the long periods these things balance. So as a coach, I just want to say that it's really that we are suffering from that decision, things that we cannot control, but we also have the hope that in the long run in football the things always come, it's cycles. So we hope that at some point we also get that critical actions probably more in our favor.
Hi Coach, I have two parts of my question. The first part is, as you said, Punjab is a very consistent side and they are the most reformed side from last season, the most improved side. Do you see any loophole in your side to attack tomorrow? This is my first part of the question. And the second part is the continuation of last press conference. The situation is very critical. As you know, after Talal's season-ending injury, are you going to expedite the process to change the previous of your army? And do you prefer any player you coached before?
Regarding the second question, I think that I already replied saying that as a coach I have two options. Or getting crazy and thinking what we can do and change the positions and thinking this system is good, this system is bad, this player can play here, he can substitute this player, I can be like this in these last 4 days, or I can give confidence and thinking that what we are doing every day is working. So probably this is the most smart decision, to give continuity, to trust on the process that we are doing and not changing too many things, because in a period of 4 days I think it would be useless. So my message is a message of continuity on the tactical part of what we are working so far, and probably replacing some players in the positions that we have had problems. Regarding the opponent, I agree with you. I already told you the scoring ratio. I think that they are one of the teams that even in market value they are increasing more their value due to their positive performances. They have shown that they can beat, and with big margins, the best teams of the ISL. They have good players in attack and good association. It's not only about having good players, but about the complementing between of them. I think they have a playmaker, they have a proper striker, they have a speed on the wings, and as I told you, they keep the balance at the back. So the results that they are getting is not luck, is consistency, as you say. But we are also being consistent in our last 7 or 8 games. So as I told you, we continue with our idea, positive. The players tomorrow are going to deliver at their best. We are hungry, especially after what happened in the last game. This is an opportunity again to play a home game and to be part of this comeback in this part of the season. So we are going for it. Punjab is a good team, but you should also acknowledge that East Bengal is also a good team. So let's see which is the force that tomorrow is more dominating, have the more chances. And you were asking how I understand the game, and I give you always the same thing with different ways. The game needs to be understood that we want to create more opportunities and more chances than our opponent. The key point is how you are going to do that, how you are going to neutralize the strong points, and how you want to approach the opponent goal area and create the chances. And in that is what precisely on what we are working the last 3 days.
You explained the process of changing the players.
He has already answered.
He has
already answered it. Okay, we have time for one last question. Yes. When we get close to this. Yes.
Coach, you have always mentioned in the last couple of press conferences that the next 4 home matches are very important for you and East Bengal. So, have you set up any target, like any specific points target that you want to achieve at the end of these 4 games?
The target is that Punjab has 10 games and 18 points, and we have 10 games and 7 points. So we were talking about how critical and how important is to win this game to cut this gap, and I continue doing the same. We are playing now with Punjab and with Jamshedpur, that they are in the positions exactly of the cut of the top 6. So I keep telling that by the end of this month, when we play Punjab, Jamshedpur and Hyderabad, probably we will have a better picture is if the top 6 is going to be achievable or we need to start thinking in a different way. But right now, everything on the game of tomorrow and to try to cut the gap.
Okay, thank you everyone. Sukhan and coach, if you can start.
Sorry.